Good evening, everyone. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. As a musician myself, today is the return of the King of Fighters 95, and I think actually the first time I hear a original song from this game, well, let me rephrase that. The only time I've heard KOF 95 was the Arashi no Saxophone, which was part of a big conglomerate of KOFs. So I think this is my first time hearing another song from KOF 95, is what I meant to say. Anyways, we have two. We have Senritsu no Dora, arranged. And, oh, actually, you know what I just realized? These are two different KOFs. This is King of Fighters 97, Blue Mary's Blues, arranged from the same channel, Myth. Okay, actually, I thought these were both 95, but whatever. This one says Psycho Soldier's Team. Wow, I can't read today. I remember the name Psycho Soldier. Athena, Sai, and Chin. And this is the theme of Blue Mary. Anyways, requested by DJ Singleton. Thank you very much. Okay, KOF 95 with Senritsu no Dora, Psycho Soldier's Team. This guy needs some new shoes. The girl in the front looks very familiar. Like outside of KOF. Maybe I've seen her somewhere. The intro started very Chinese sounding. Whoa. This. Hold on, there's a bass line playing a very eccentric scale. Kind of had three genres already. We had this kind of traditional Chinese to this classical thing to now this kind of groovy disco thing. Dude, the bass. Lead weeks. This upload sounds old. When is this? 2011? God, it's hard to believe, but 2011 is now considered old. 14 years ago. Dude. The bass is just there's no guitar in this. It sounds like Victor Wooten or There's a guitar. I was gonna say, this reminds me of it sounded like a Bruce Lee film. The first couple of 30 seconds. Not anymore. Oh, here we go. I don't know what that is on the right, but I hear the hand percussion in the background. I can't tell what this is. It sounds tremolo picked. Could be one of those instruments that are you play standing up, and all the strings are kind of in the shape of a hump, sort of. Oh, the bass calmed down finally. Never mind, it's there. Three things are playing the same melody now. Strings, bass, and now whatever's on the right. And then it goes into this Are any of these three characters based from China? Like this. This sounds really... I don't know why, but I keep thinking of like a movie soundtrack. Maybe not Bruce Lee, but just like an 80s kind of like Hong Kong film or something, you know? And then the gong. Okay. What? That was... You know, it's funny. I was just talking about this the other day. I don't know where. I think I was streaming it or something. Of this, the customization theme from Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is super cool. It's called Your Sunset. It's one of the most amazing songs ever. But it has kind of a similar flair with like these kind of like Chinese scales, but with like a beat and kind of funk. Whereas this one is more, yeah, actually like disco, right? It's a little more upbeat, very danceable, I should say. So what I'm trying to figure out here is what it seems like it's 3 characters, and they make up the Psycho Soldiers. And I'm going to guess Athena is front one. Chin, I'm going to guess is the older one because that just sounds like an old man name. And then, is it C or Sai on the left? What I was trying to kind of determine here is if they all have their own themes, which they probably do. And then this is a kind of amalgamation of those 3 themes, you know, put together. But since I've never heard of the other ones, if there are other ones, it's just a guess. So let me know if they all have their own themes and do they all play together here. Also, I don't remember the last time I heard... I do remember hearing something Psycho Soldier. It was like a girl singing and it also sounded very 80s. It's one of my favorite songs on here, actually. I think that was... Oh, that was wild. That was like 2 years ago. I don't remember what game that was. I could look it up, but... I don't think it was this one. And I guess my question is... Let me look it up. Is the Psycho Soldiers a reoccurring thing? Like, is it like a staple in the series? Give me 2 seconds. And I really hate typing on my phone. Psycho Soldier. King of Fighters 94. Yep. I love that video. I gotta hear that song again. Yeah, so I reacted that, when was that? Let's see, it says a year ago, but it's more than a year ago. Oh, that was also GG Singleton. How about that? Oof, August 2023. Yeah. Okay, so the game right before this. Okay, so that answers that question. So at least I know the Psycho Soldiers were at least a thing in 2 games. Okay. Well, that was cool. I think the main takeaway here is the bass. It was quite prominent and everywhere. It was just doing like the carbon copy of the string section, until like one tiny little section near the end where it just was doing like the chord, and then it just jumped right back into it. And the guitar only came in to just do the kind of like chorusy funk strumming thing, and pretty straightforward song, yet it was like highly technical. That sounded painful for the right. And also let me know what Senritsu no Dora means. This is a different game. I'm not sure if I've done KOF 97. Probably. But I don't know. Blue Mary's Blues. Arranged. Why is her name Blue Mary? That's what I want to know. This is Blue Mary's Blues. From 97. Oh boy. I'm going to enjoy these next 6 minutes. I've heard London March from this game. This game is really musical. Again, the bass is kind of doing the rhythm here. The guitar is going like tiny little mutes. Oh, there we go. Da 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 da. You know what this reminds me of? The theme song of Cowboy Bebop. The Real Folks Blues, which also has blues in the title. See, now the other one sounded very 80s, this one sounds very 90s to me. I feel like a lot of theme songs and TV shows use this kind of like cadence. Scratching? Okay, I was not expecting the DJ aspect here. I really need to listen to more King of Fighters. I say that every time, but damn, dude. You guys know I love variety. I've heard like 6 genres already in this game. Oh, that was a nice transition. Oh, that was such a nice, seamless transition from solo back to this part. Da-da. I can't tell if this is saxophone or not. I don't think it is. It sounds a little too thin. I don't know. It still sounds great though. You know what this kind of reminds me of too? Kind of. Not really. Parappa the Rapper. Kind of. Dude. This requester has sent me some of the most like flavorful stuff on this channel. Persona, Ridge Racer, KOF. What else, man? I don't even know. Like, your track record is insane. Psycho Soldier. For those that don't know, this has been a long time supporter for at least technically 3 years now. Oh my gosh, 2 years, 3 years? I don't know. Nope, 3 years. Jesus. Bayonetta. Yeah, this requester's got it. Splatoon. Pokemon Black and White. I remember Drift Veil City. Shin Megami. Yeah. Strive. I like how it's the chorus now. You can tell it's the chorus, but the groove is still there. Okay, this is gonna sound really random, but when this part kicked in, it reminded me of going to a car show. I used to go to car shows a lot with my brother, and there's really like no real music setting there, but I feel like I would have heard this there. I don't know why. Oh, I just realized why I'm really loving this right now, besides it being amazing. I was just listening to Katamari earlier today with Roll Me In. So I was like in that kind of, what do you call that, city pop mood? I don't know what it is. Is that a saxophone? Man, King of Fighters, dude. So sick. You can hear a little bit of the improv in there. It's not just like, this is the take. It's very expressive. I love fade outs. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even know where I saw. I just saw some like Zoomers, or maybe Gen Alpha was talking about like fade out in songs are so lame. I'm like, you're lame. Fade outs are sick. They leave this air of mystery. That went by so fast. That was 6 minutes. Okay. Well, my mind is empty. I'm just gonna say that. That's a good thing though, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but I love music. So typically I'm paying attention to it. And the only reason I even like say words is just to, you know, not just sit here awkwardly. I kind of just like, so hey, what's up, you know? But this is how I am in IRL as well. If I hear a song for the first time, any song, I'm just, you know, at least the first time, I really want to like pay attention to it. For example, super random, but this has happened about a couple weeks ago. I heard Sabrina Carpenter for the first time. I've heard about her for a while. Whatever, she's like super popular. And then I heard her big song of Espresso, and I just sat there and I listened to it, and I was like, damn, this is really good. This is super, super good. You know, like the production value is like top of the line, the 80s vibes, the whole beat kicks in hard, her voice. So I feel like if you listen to something for the first time, like not paying attention to it, I don't know. It's almost like a disservice to the artist. It's like, I could see if you're driving and you're on the radio and you're just like, yeah, you got to pay attention. But like, I like to hear things, experience things for the first time while fully being like immersed in it. So that's what I'm getting at. These songs, which is why this channel has never got like old or burnt out for me, not to a huge extent, is because this is what I already like to do. So now it's just other people watch me do it, which is a little weird, but life is weird and there's weirder things out there, so whatever. But at the same time, it reminds me that, oh yeah, you know, people get to experience this again with me, kind of like it is the first time when they first heard it. So I can imagine, you know, every time, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I can't keep up with every single one of my requesters. There's thousands of them. There are names I recognize. There's a lot of people that have been here for years, which is awesome and super, just like heartwarming for me. But sometimes I try to like see if they have like a certain pattern of stuff they request, or you know, whatever. And I've just noticed this requester who's been a platinum supporter for a long time has requested like some of the stuff that I can really recall and like hold on to for a long time. I can't think of all of them because there's been so many, but the ones I just listed, it's just a really good track record, right? Just two, for example, that popped up was Shin Megami Tensei 5, which a game I ended up playing, or Vengeance. Bayonetta, I just started. I'm playing it right now. You know, all these. It's just cool, man. I don't know. So, anyways, but some of the coolest, like actual, like swaggiest stuff I've heard has been from this requester has been Persona, King of Fighters, and especially Ridge Racer, because Ridge Racer I feel like is one of those games that is still slept on and no one really knows about, because I think only a certain type of person plays racing games, right? It's already a niche within a niche. Video games are already like, you know, not everybody does it, but then racing games like a whole other, it's like car enthusiast, you know? Rarely does someone that's not into cars go into them. That's an assumption, I have no idea, but you know, I would assume that it's, well, anyways, what I'm getting at is like the music from those games are like hidden gems. And I think whenever I've showed people Ridge Racer and they're just like, what? This came from that? And it's like, oh, okay. And it's one of the main reasons why this kind of this form of media that I do, I guess, these reactions, is special, because it makes me go into games that I would never play otherwise. I've always been into cars, but not like into that level. I was never into. I'm just giving up some examples. Ace Combat, you know, I don't know anything about jets, or I'm not into that world, so I probably would play them. But the music is sick. You know what I mean? It's a cool way to dive into so many games that are out there. And what's out there? I don't know. TLDR, video game music is cool. You guys already knew that, but I don't know. It's just kind of stuff like this that really makes me think like how lucky I am, and just where else am I going to hear stuff like this? Well, besides King of Fighters and whatever, but I just think it's really cool that this exists in a video game. And should mention one more thing that I was going to mention earlier is I've always been a huge fan of fighting game music. It's a thing I've praised quite a lot for multiple reasons. My favorite video game soundtrack ever is a fighting game as well. And that's always because it's doing a lot. It's painting the picture of the location where you're at, or the characters themselves, or sometimes both. And that's really cool because they're really personal songs to each character. And with a game like KOF, which I'm pretty sure has a multitude of characters, then the soundtrack has to be like all over the place. And it is. And that's really awesome to me. KOF. Both of these were awesome. Who is Blue Mary? Why is she blue? What are her powers? She seems pretty, for lack of a better word, very basic. Is she just martial arts? Or does she have like some secret powers that we don't know about? And then tell me again about the Psycho Soldiers. I'm going to go listen to 94 Psycho Soldiers because I could be wrong, but I think that was the same singer as Blue Mary's Blues. It sounded kind of similar. Anyways, thank you again, Digitone. Thank you to all the requesters you see on the screen, all the patrons, YouTube members. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.